Okay, good evening all of you, and thank you all of you for joining the today's problem solving session. So as I can see now 6 participants have joined, and I have waited for 5 minutes also for others to join, but they might join later. So let me share my screen with all of you and start the today's problem solving session. And here is the slides. I hope it is visible to all of you. So I welcome you all to the 12th week problem solving session on the NPTEL course on architectural approaches to decarbonization of buildings. And I, Sudhir Kumar Gupta, as you all know, like previous week, I have taken your problem solving session. This week also we will be making this problem solving session an interactive problem solving session where we will be discussing several sample problem questions and the previous year assignment questions, as well as the different doubts or queries of the students related to the exam or the questions or the concepts related to the discussion and the overall course curriculum of this particular course. So let us begin with the discussion of the week 12 lecture 1 topic and the content and the various questions, sample problem questions that can be formed based upon your understanding and the, you can say, transcript or the PPT slides that have been shared with you. So you try to answer to these questions. So here is the first question for all of you guys. Whoever knows the answer, they can mark their answers in the chat box, and then we will be discussing the each question one by one for others also who don't know the answers, and then similarly we will be proceeding to solve so many questions in this today's problem solving session. So here is the first question for you all guys. Whoever knows the answer, they can mark their answers in the chat box. I hope the screen is visible to all of you. Is it visible to all of you? Yeah, as I can see that today's screen is visible, and Sidra has already answered also, so she is first to answer, but let's wait for a few minutes for others also to answer. And if everyone of you completes your answer, then we will be discussing the today's first question. Others also give your answers for this particular question, question number 1. Whoever knows the answer, they can mark their answers. Yeah, anyone else wants to add? So let me see how many of you knows the answer of this particular question. Out of the 6 participants, as I can see, only 3 of you know the correct answer for this particular question. Sidra knows or answered it first, and then Celine, then Ram. So let me discuss with the others. The correct answer for this particular question, question number 1, is option C. Whoever have marked option C as their answer, they are absolutely correct. The question was asked that solar shading devices primarily used to. So the correct answer is to control the solar radiation and glare at both. Since you know that different solar shading devices such as louvers, fins or overhangs, these have been discussed in the first lecture, and you know these all the solar shading devices, they regulate the solar heat or the glare and maintaining the good daylight levels inside. So overall they are controlling the solar radiation and glare, you can say. So 1C was the correct answer for this particular question, question number 1. Is it clear to all of you? If it is clear, then please let me know. Then we will be moving to the next question, question number 2. Whoever have not answered, is it clear? Can we move to the next question? Others like Celine and Ram have already answered. Sidra, yeah, Sidra is saying fine. Chandrika, is it fine the first answer to you? Should we move to the next question? Okay, thank you for your response. So let us move to quickly. Here is the second question, guys, for you all. That second question is asking you that which combination forms the egg carrot shading device. So this particular terminology was coined during the discussion egg carrot type of shading system. When you will call it egg carrot type of shading system. Out of the four options, choose the most appropriate answer, guys, and let me know who can answer it correctly. So as I can see, how many of you have answered to this particular question? Question number 2. Yeah, Sidra B. Shilin is the first to answer. Okay, Sidra has answered, but she was focusing on 1B, but now she is 2B. Okay, fine, got it. So guys, let me discuss the answer with you all. That the correct answer is 1B only. It's good to see that all of you have marked it absolutely correct. The egg carrot system combined horizontal and vertical elements. Why? In order to optimize the light penetration and minimize the glare. That was told to you, and that's why option B, horizontal and vertical shading devices, is the correct answer, and all of you have marked it absolutely correctly. So let us move to the third question then. Here is the third question for you all, guys. The third question is asking you all that the daylight responsive electric light control. So if you have put some sort of sensors, you can say, which is controlling or which is detecting the daylight, and based upon the daylight, it is regulating the electrical light controls. So which type of sensor you will be preferring for this particular purpose in your home? That was the question which was asked to you. So how many of you can answer to this question? Let me see. And how many of you can answer it correctly? That's also very important. So take your time. I don't think it will be taking more than 1 minute. So we won't be giving more than 1 minute for solving this kind of questions, because this is a very straightforward question. If you know the answer, then you can easily answer. Yeah. So it's good to see that lot of participants have marked their answer. Chandrika, Sriram, Sidra, all of you have marked your answers, and all of you have voted for option C. As I can see, all of you are. Let me enlarge this one. Okay. So all of you can see that all of you have already answered it, and the correct answer is option C only. Photo cell sensors. They detect the daylight levels inside the space and then adjust the electric lighting system accordingly to save the energy. Correct, your concept is correct. So let us move to the fourth question then. Without any much delay, here is the fourth question. Let's see who can solve this rapid fire type of question answer session quickly. Which of the following is not an advantage of yeah, this similar kind of question have been asked in your assignment questions. So and one tabular form was shown to you where the advantages and the disadvantages were told to you in detail. So you can recall those things and then answer to this question. So it's really good to see that lot of participants have already answered to this particular question, question number 4, and Chandrika was first to answer to this particular question, where she has marked it as option C, and other participants also they have marked the similar option to be as C. Okay, it's good to see that Chandrika came up this time, and Sidra, Silin then again. But let me tell you the correct answer, guys. The correct answer is for this particular question is option C, and all of you are correct. Glare is only the disadvantage that can cause the discomfort, and that can be the disadvantage of having maximum or a high amount of daylight or not proper amount of daylight due to improper design, you can say. So you all of you are correct. So let us move to the fifth question then without much delay. Here is the fifth question in front of you all that I have projected, which is asking you about the sawtooth roof. This is very good concept, and the image of this was also told to you, sawtooth roof. Let me draw one diagram also with in front of you all, so that you all of you can remember the point for which it is talking you about. So when the design of building was given to you, then it was well explained with you that this kind of it was this kind of shading devices was preferred, which was called as if your sun is here like this and your ground is here. I hope you can recall to this building design type where this type of shading was preferred, the roof was designed like this, so that as you can see with the help of this, so from the figure also you can now relate an answer to this particular question number 5, and I can see most of you have answered to this question number 5, and most of you have marked it as option B for this particular question. Yeah, so this time Sidra was able to beat Chandrika, Celine and Ram. Fine. So, and the good thing is that all of you have answered it correctly. That is the main thing that should happen. The correct answer is option B only, that is increase. So you can see if you will be having this kind of roofing, then you will be having good amount of daylight inside that can enter from different levels of the roof, and also it can be converted into, or it can be redirected or guided, so that it can go to the diffused part of the light, and then it can also help in reducing the glare and the unwanted, unnecessarily or higher amount of heat. Option B is the correct answer. So till now, if anybody is having any sort of doubt, then he or she can unmute herself or himself and he can ask, or else type yes in the chat box. Then we will be moving and discussing the next questions. Is it fine? Can we move to the next question? Okay. Okay guys, thanks for your response. So let me project the sixth question and see who can crack this question. Here is the sixth question, and this is a multiple answer type of question. So it is not important that you will always be getting a single choice answer type of question. It can be multiple answer type question also that are been given to you in your assignments also, and similar kind of questions will be there also in your final exam. So these questions also you should know and answer to this question number 6. Yeah, as I can see, all of your concepts are very clear, and all of you have answer to this question number 6, and Chandrika was the first to answer, that's fine, but others also have answered it correctly. The correct answer is option A, B, C only. So you will be marking, when you will be solving it, then you will be marking tick box to the all the first 3 options here, so that you will be knowing that the passive elements such as levers, airings and vertical fins, they all will be controlling the solar radiation and permitting the natural light inside. Fine, all of your concepts are good. Let us move to the 7th question then. Here is the 7th question. which is asking you about which of the following factors affect the quality of daylight entering eye space. Hmm. So let me see. Yeah, it's good to see that it's going to be a healthy competition among you yourself. You all also, like Chandrika started slowly, but now she is able to give the answer of 6th and 7th very early and before all of you. Sidra also sometimes giving answers, and Celine also. So all of you are giving the same option as the correct answer. So either all of you will be correct or all of you will be incorrect. So let me project the question, read it, and then again discuss with you all. That is option D. So all of you are guys correct, guys. Option D is the correct answer for this particular question. That is all the above options like orientation effect of the windows can affect the solar exposure, or the ceiling color impact the light reflectance, or the clean glazing maximizes the glazing transmission. These all things overall will be affecting the quality of daylight entering the space. All of the above will be the correct answer for this particular question number 7. Good. So let us move to the 8th question then. Here is the 8th question that I have projected. Try to answer to this question also. So take your time but answer it correctly. Don't be in a hurry or don't give the incorrect answer. That is I wanted. So let me see. I think I have given enough time to all of you for solving this particular question. Yeah, this time also Chandrika beats everyone, and Celine, everyone have answered, and they have voted for option B. Yeah, all of you are correct, guys. Option B is the correct answer for this particular question. Question number 9. Horizontal overhangs, they can help in blocking the high angle sun which was asked to you, and especially from the south, and then overall it will be helping you to reduce the solar gain, you can say, or the glare. Fine. So let us move to the 10th question. Oh sorry, ninth question. This question yeah, this question answer I have just discussed, and this question actually both of the questions they are interlinked. So this particular question number 8, all of you have already marked that option B will be the correct answer, minimizing the glare and the heat gain. That's why they are preferred in the north facing windows. And following to the similar question, here the ninth question is there, which I was just discussing with you all, that the horizontal overhangs are preferred for minimizing this purpose of high solar angle or heat gain or the glare. That both the questions are interlinked. That's why when I was discussing the explanation of 8th question, then ninth question answer, I hope you were able to get it correctly. So the correct answer for both ninth and 8th, it is option B. I hope there won't be any sort of confusion now. Yeah, you people are already very intelligent, and you have already answered also without much explanation needed for you all. So now I will have to wait for you to uh, give different answer or incorrect answer, so that I can give a good explanation. But it's good also to see that all of you have marked it correctly. So I can see 8th and 9th. So both questions explanation I have already made. Is it clear to all of you? If it is clear, then please let me know. Then I will be moving to the next question, 10th question. 8th and 9th question, all the questions explanation are clear. Can we move to the next question? So 3 people are saying okay. Okay, let me wait for okay. Sidra is also fine. I hope most of you are fine. So both questions are clear. So let us move to the 10th question then. Here is the 10th question. The 10th question is asking me about the disadvantage of poor daylight. Yeah. So that I think you can easily answer if you, because these things are inter related, you can say these things are related to our day to day life. So this you can relate it, and from the 4 options provided to you, you can choose the appropriate answer. So let me see, will you be able to answer or not to this question number 10. Yeah, 10D, 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 everyone, either you are following each one or every one of you knowing the answer. I don't know, but it's good to see that all of you are answered it correctly. So it's 10D only. The main disadvantage will be if you are having poor daylight in your house is that this will be overall increasing your or resulting in your higher electricity bills due to increased cooling demands, due to overheating, you can say. Fine. So let us move to the 11th question. Here is the 11th question for you all who have completed the 10th question, and the 11th question is asking, yeah, very good. It is directly asking you the which of the following increases the daylight penetration in deep plan buildings. Chandrika has left. Okay. So as I can see, Celine was first to answer this time. Sidra, Ram also answered, but all of you have answered option D. Yeah, all of you are correct, guys. Option D is the correct answer here. All the options like option A, B, C, light cells, clear story windows, high reflective surfaces, all these strategies, they will be helping you distribute the light more effectively in deeper zones. Fine. So let us move to the 12th question. Here is the 12th question, which is asking you which daylight system is best suited for industrial sets or factory spaces. Yeah. So Sandrika has left. Meanwhile, 3 participants, they are active and they have given vote for option B. And the correct answer is B only. All of you are correct. The sawtooth, the diagram also I have shown to you. This kind of roofing system is preferred in the industrial for industrial sets, so that they can get the maximum amount of daylight inside, and also it will be helping you to allowing the uniform diffuse light and minimizing the glare in large open spaces. That's why this kind of sawtooth roof system have preferred in the industries. Fine. So with this the sample problem questions discussion of lecture 1 of week 1, week 12, that comes to an end. Now we will be discussing some of the sample problem questions based upon the lecture 2 content of week 12. So are you guys ready for the question and answer session? Can we move to the question and answer session for lecture 2 of week 12? None of you are active, I guess. Yeah, so 2 people are saying it's okay. Can we move, guys, to the lecture 2 of week 12 discussion? So Sidra is also saying fine. So we started with 6 people and now 4 are left. Others might join in between. So let us proceed then, and whoever misses the session, then also the recordings will be shared, guys. So let's make it an interactive session. So here is the first question for you all, and based upon your memory you can recall and answer to the first question of lecture 2. It's asking you about the Indira Paryavaran Bhavan was case study was explained to you in detail. So what percentage of the building is naturally lit? Yeah, as I can see, Chandrika has joined. So this is our first question from the lecture 2. Let me inform her. So try to answer to this question, guys. Who can answer it first? Yeah, Sidra was first to answer to this question, as I can see, but she is not correct. Let me inform her that option D is not the correct answer for this particular question. Question number 1. Anyone else who can recall it correctly and answer to this question and correct Sidra, they can give their answers in the chat box. For Chandrika and others, let me project the question who joined later. So this was the question which was asked to you all, and if you are having any sort of doubt, then you can go through the lecture slides or the book transcript book that are given to you parallelly, and you can revise the things and see the things. You can easily identify what percentage was told to you. Now as I can see, Sidra has corrected herself. Yeah, she has corrected herself, and now 1C have been voted by most of you, whoever have answered, and whoever have not answered, let me tell you all that option C is the correct answer for this particular question, and the design ensures 75% of the spaces receive natural light, minimizing artificial lighting needs. So is it clear, Sidra? Now are you able to recall? Okay, so the session, problem solving session, is for the same thing as well, that whatever you know you can revise, and whatever you don't know you can learn and correct yourself. So it's good to see that now you have corrected yourself, and others also got to know. So let us revise the things and solve the next question. The second question is asking you all that which design strategy was used in Indra Paryavaran to reduce glare, for particular reducing the glare, which you think was utilized there out of the 4 options. Yeah, as I can see, Celine was the first to answer, then Ram, then Sidra, and other participants either they don't know the answer or they are waiting for the discussion. Initially, Chandrika was giving a lot of answers, but I think this question she don't know the answer, and Krishna is also there. Fine. Others, anyone wants to add their answers, or shall we discuss the correct answer for this particular question number 2? Okay, I hope enough time was given. So let me discuss with you all. The correct answer for this question number 2 is option B, roof overhang and light shelf, because this overhang and light shelf will be reflecting, or it reflects, you can say, and diffuse the light for glare free interiors in the Indira Paryavaran Bhavan. So when you will be focusing on glare free interiors, then you will be, or the Indira Paryavaran Bhavan utilizes the overhangs and the light shelf to reflect the light, direct light and diffused light enters. Fine. So let us move to the third question. Here is the third question, and this is different type of question, but I want you all to answer to this question. And very few of you will be able to answer to this question correctly. Let me see who can answer it correctly. So I want you all to take your time but answer it correctly. Question number 3. One mistake can make your choice incorrect. So not a single answer have been received till now. Okay, take your time. Question number 3. Question number 3, who can answer? Let me see. For this particular question number 3, till now, as I can see, several people have answered, and all of them have opted for option A. But Sidra has answered for question number 1, that I am not getting. Okay, Chandrika is having different opinions, so it's good to see that everyone is having different opinion, but any one of you are correct. Sidra, you want to add your answer for this question? It's 1A you have mentioned, or for question number 3 maybe. Okay, got it. So you are also mentioning A. 3 of you are mentioning A, but one of you are saying B. So let me tell you all that 3 of you are correct. Whoever have mentioned option A, they are correct. That is, first one is having option C, light shelf. It will be reflecting the light deeper indoors, that was told to you. Then second, vertical fins, they will be controlling the glare and provide diffused light. And the third one, sawtooth roof, that I already told you that these kind of things they are preferred in the industrial buildings. In the previous question, if you will see, let me project in front of you all. In the previous question only I have discussed with you all that this type of building, let me project, so industrial, where is the question? Yeah, see, in this question number 12 of lecture 1 discussion, I have told you all, and we have discussed it also, that 12 the industrial sheds are preferred to be constructed as sawtooth roof, that I have discussed. Then we have proceeded to the lecture 2 content, where we have solved few questions, and now in this question, as you can see, the third sawtooth roof will be going towards option B, industrial buildings. So if you will see, then option A will be the correct answer, and most of you have answered it also correctly. Others who have marked it incorrectly, is it clear to them? that the correct answer is option A, not any other option. Is it clear? Can we move to the next question? Let me know, and if you are having any query, then also let me know. So Chandrika was saying B. Is it clear to you now, or any sort of doubt is there? Then you can unmute yourself and you can ask. Can we move to the next question, guys? So, no, I'm not getting any sort of response. Am I audible? Sidra, Chandrika, the explanation is clear. Can we move to the next question, Chandrika? I'm waiting for her response because she was saying for B. Is it clear? I don't know whether she is here or not. So, Chandrika, is it clear to you now that option A is the correct answer? And if it is clear, then let us know, then we will be moving to the next question. Okay. Thank you for your delayed response. But at the end, you got to know the correct answer, that is the primary thing. So, let us move to the next question. Question number 4. Here is the fourth question, which is asking you all about which architectural element in Indira Paryavaran Bhavan improves the daylight quality while reducing energy consumption. So out of the four options, which passive element you have seen there? Different images were shown to you, and the function of different components also was discussed with you all. So out of the four options, which you think was there in the Indira Paryavaran Bhavan that improves the daylight quality? Yeah, so now as I can see, now our one more participant, Miss Supriya, she has joined to our discussion. She has joined very late. I think she forgot to join on time. Now she realized. And others, let me see who have answered to this question. 1 4D, 4D, Ram 4D, but Chandrika again she is saying 4C. So let me correct herself and discuss that 4D is the correct answer. So the question is asked you about improving the daylight quality and reducing the energy consumption. So daylight is entering with the overhangs, with the windows. The option C, that is a reflective floor. It is not talking about the roof also. It is talking you about the floor finish. So that option C is not the correct answer. The option D, light self overhangs. This is the correct answer because the combination of this light self with overhangs, they will be reflecting the daylight deeper, and that will be helping you to control the glare, enhancing both the comfort and the energy performance that was asked in the question. So the correct answer is option D. Whoever have marked option D, they are absolutely correct, and others they correct. I urge them to correct yourself. Is it clear now? Everybody is fine with the option D? Can we move for the next question? Okay, fine. Thank you for your response. So let us move quickly then. Here's the fifth question. The fifth question is asking you all which orientation was favored for major glazed openings in Infosys Pocharam campus. In which phase major glazing was put? in this particular construction? Anyone who can recall, who knows the answer, he or she can give their answers. So something like this: building east, west, north, south, and it was very well explained with you all. This kind of building orientation was preferred, and the major glazed openings that were placed in the northern side. So option B is the correct answer, northern side, because this will be allowing uniform daylight, and that will be also helping you to minimize the heat gain in Indian climatic condition. This strategy was employed there. So option B, north, is the correct answer for this particular question. So let me see who have marked option B and who have not marked option B. Sidra, Ram, Chandrika, Celine, every one of you have marked it correctly. Good. So let us move to the sixth question. Here is the sixth question, and again this is a multiple answer type of question, so you can choose multiple answers from the question given above. Whichever option you think to be the correct answer, you can choose all of them. Yeah, as I can see, Celine was the first to answer to this question. Ram, Chandrika, most of you have answered, and all of you have answered the A, B, C, three answers for this question, and all of you are correct, guys. This question was asking you about the design strategies that was employed in both the case studies that was discussed in this particular lecture. Either it may be the case study of Infosys house, or it can be the case study of another house which was discussed with you all, that Paryavaran Bhavan. But the common factor or the common strategy that you can find in both of them are light shelf, large north facing openings that we already discussed in the previous question, and also levers and fins in order to control the glare or heat and maximize the daylight. All of you are correct. Let us move to the seventh question then. Here is the seventh question, which is asking you all which material property plays a key role in enhancing daylight penetration in Indira Paryavaran Bhavan buildings. So it is asking you about the property. And its material property. Fine. The question is very clear. So most of you have already answered, I feel, and others who have not answered, they don't know the answer, or they are waiting for the discussion to happen. So let me inform you all that option B have been marked by most of you, and this is the correct answer. That is light colored interior surfaces
or the high reflectance surfaces, you can say, was utilized to improve the uniformity or reducing the need for artificial lighting in the Paryavaran Bhavan buildings. Fine, all of you correct, whoever have answered, and others they can learn from the your colleagues and correct yourself for the future if such kind of questions will be asked in the exam. Let us move to the 8th question, and this will be the last question of the lecture 2 sample problem series, and then we will be moving to discuss the some of the sample problem from the lecture 3 content. So guys, give your answers for this question number 8, and let me see who can answer it correctly. Quickly is another thing, but correctly is also very important. So as I can see that most of you have answered to this question number 8, and most of you have answered it as option C. Yes, all of you are correct. Option C is the correct answer. That is the main environmental outcome of daylight design, proper daylight optimization. It can help us in decreasing the operational energy and the emission. That's why this daylight design and daylight integration is very important during the building design phase, so that it can reduce both lighting, cooling energy and lowering the operational carbon footprint at the same time. All of you are correct, and all of your concepts are also correct. All of you have marked the correct answer. It is option C. So with these all the questions we have discussed, and now we will be discussing some of the sample problem questions from the lecture 3 of week 12 that was taught to you, and we will check how far you have understood the various concepts and you can recall the things. So here is the first question in front of you all, and it is from the PEDA or Punjab Energy Development Agency building. So that discussion was also made about the different features or the key features of this particular building. So this is very important building, and some of the sample problem questions have been found upon this, and also some of the assignment questions are also based upon this particular building. So let us see who can answer to this question number 1. So as I can see, Sidra was the first to answer, then Chandrika, then Shilin. All girls power are here, then Ram is also there. Hmm. And all of you have marked option B, and option B is absolutely correct answer, guys. That is the building envelope of PEDA was designed to respond to the seasonal solar geometry, and this the 3D form was shown to you, which minimizes the solar heat gain in summer and maximizes solar gain in winter through its orientation and form. This was the key feature which was told to you, and you have remembered it also. So let us move to the second question then. Here is the second question based upon the same building PEDA, which is in short term called as PEDA, but you can recall it as Punjab Energy Development Agency building. As I can see, several people have answered to this question and given their opinion, and all of your opinion are same, that is second A is the correct answer. Whoever have answered, they are saying none of you are going in a different direction, so either all of you are correct or all of you are incorrect. So let me check and let me inform you all and discuss with others who have not answered to this question. So the correct answer for this particular question, question number 2, is option A, that is horizontal and vertical fins with glazing. So all of you are correct, all of you have marked it correctly. Others also try to learn that these intersecting fins or the glass, they will be helping us to allow the indirect light in summer and direct light in the winter, that was told to you. So both are important, both fins are important. Good. Good to see that most of the answers, you all of you have answered it correctly. Some of you have made mistakes in some of the questions that can create some sort of margin or some sort of difference between the participants. But now it is a learning phase and you can clear your doubts here, and in the exam I hope all of you will be doing your best. So with this I will be moving to the third question. Here is the third question, which is asking you about solar chimney feature in the PEDA building is used. Why? What do you think? What was the main purpose or primary function of this? Yeah, very good question. So this is whoever have gone through the lecture content of week 3, sorry, lecture 3 content of week 12, then he or she can easily relate it, understand it and able to answer to this question. That's why going in detail or in depth of the lecture content, whichever have been uploaded to you, is very very important. And who have not gone through the lecture content, who have just taken the help of some friend or internet to give the assignment questions, then he or she cannot give the answer to these questions if it is asked, because he has not understand or she has not understand the concept. He is just taking the help of someone else to solve the assignment questions. But now it's live, you can see it's live demonstration or live question answers problem solving session. So here who have read or who have gone through the lectures in detail, he or she can directly interlink and she can directly answer to it correctly. So let me see who have answered to it correctly and quickly. Yeah, as I can see, Chandrika was first to answer. She has now also again came into action, leading the today's problem solving session. And Shilin, Ram, Sidra, all of you have answered, and all of your answer is going towards option B, and it's good. And I'm happy to share with you all that all of you are absolutely correct. That is, for enhancing the ventilation and passive cooling, this solar chimney will be useful. This will be working with the wind tower to enable the natural ventilation and controlling the temperature interiors. Fine, all of you are correct. So let us move to the fourth question of the lecture 3. So here is the fourth question, which is asking you all about the passive cooling system, which is also integrated. So short glimpse of the passive cooling system was given to you, and it was also told to you that the detailed things will be explained to you in some other course, but the short glimpse of the passive cooling system was described or introduced to you, which is integrated in the PEDA building. So how many of you can recall? I want to know. So this was very it's not an easy answer, and as I can see, Sidra has already answered to this question. So she has gone in detail of the lecture content. I can say it clearly.
right? This was not an easy question to answer like previous questions. This was very difficult question, and who have gone through the lectures in detail and understood it, he or she can only answer to this question. And till now 3 answers have been given by the participants. Others, they are not daring also to give their answers or point of view upon this question, because this is going bounce from their head. 4C, 4C, 4C. Yeah. So 4C is the correct answer for this particular question. It is PDEX system. So PDEX system is fine, but I want to know how many of you know the full form of this PDEX system. What does this PDEX system stands for? Whoever knows the answer, they can mark their answers in the chat box. Full form of PDEX system. Yeah, see, Sidra is again the first. She is very clear, confident about the answer. She knows the full form as well. Fine. So this is the full form of this PDEX system, which is mentioned in option C, that is passive downdraft evaporative cooling system. This system improves the indoor comfort and humidity levels in dry climate conditions. Fine. So let us move to the next question, question number 5. Here is the question number 5 for you all, which is asking you all about the key daylight benefit of atrium in the PEDA building. So atrium was also there, so key benefit what it can cause. Atrium, you can directly link the benefits of atrium, and you can answer to this question number 5. So I hope most of you have given your answers and point of view for this particular question number 5. Yeah, I can see Celine, Sidra, Ram, Sandrika, all of you have given your point of view, and you have opted for option C, and all of you are correct. Option C is the correct answer. This atrium in the PEDA building, they will be helping you for allowing the diffused natural light inside, and these are also light weight cell, you can see, or the glazing that distribute the soft light throughout the atrium and minimizing the glare that they help in. Fine. So let us move to the next question. Since all of you have given the correct answer, here is the next question, which is asking you about the sixth question. In the Terry retreat, which facade receives maximum solar radiation during winter? So it's talking about the Terry retreat building. Good. So either the people they are cheating, or either people are cheating, or the things have been taught to you very clearly. Since yeah, Supriya has also given her answer. Yeah, she has given very late answer, but the good thing is that she is correct, and others also they have given answer, they are also correct. All of you are correct. Option D is the correct answer, and it's good to see that all of you have given your point of view and participated in the today's problem solving session, and all of you are giving the answers to the questions correctly. Most of the questions you are giving correct answers. So south is the correct answer. South facade is oriented to capture winter sun and ensure daylight availability in the work spaces of the terry retreat building. That was told to you and you were able to recall. So let us move to the seventh question. Here is the seventh question in front of you all, which is asking you all, large horizontal and vertical shading devices on the south facade of the terry building help to. Yeah, this you can easily answer, I feel, because the previous discussion that we have already made, you will be able to answer to this question number 7. Yeah, Sidra is the first to answer, as I can see, and followed by Supriya. Yeah, she is very fast this time, and Chandrika is also there. Lot of people they are giving here their answers for this particular question, and all of you have opted for option C, as I can see here for this question number 7, and all of you are correct, guys. It is option C, that is the diffuse sunlight and reduce glare. That was the main you can say advantage of south facade in the terry building. Fine. So let us move to the 8th question. Here is the 8th question. Let us see who can answer to this question correctly. The question number 8. So there is healthy competition among you all. Sometimes Sidra's answers is fast, sometimes Sandrika, sometimes Shilin, and all of you are able to relate the questions that I discussed today, and all of you are able to give the answers also. So for this particular question, question number 8, the correct answer is option D. All of you are correct. The main purpose of placing service areas, it was shown to you also when the building design was shown. Let me draw for the others who were not able to relate to the thing in any of the ways. So for them, let me draw the building plan or the things which was discussed in the lecture. So if you are having such kind of building design, north, south, east, west, so these we are talking about these areas. Service areas were placed at the east and west, you can see facade in the terry building by in order to act as a buffer, thermal buffers, and then this east and west side will be receiving the harsh solar radiation and buffering with the non-critical spaces, reducing the heat load on the occupied zone. That was told to you, and all of you have answered it correctly. Fine. So let us move to the next question then. Question number 9. Here is the question number 9, which is asking you all again about the main purpose of. Oh no, here is the ninth question. It is asking you about the primary architectural uh, strategy for daylight at terry retreat. So primarily, which strategy is preferred? Yeah, 9B. As I can see, 9B have been marked by all of you. So if all of you will be giving the correct answer, then my task will be easier. So I need not to explain much in detail because all of your concepts for this particular question are correct. That is, orientation based windows design was preferred is the primary architecture strategy for daylight at terry retreat building, and the openings are designed differently for each orientation to optimize the daylight and the thermal performance. That was told to you and you were able to recall to it. Fine. So let us move to the 10th question. Here is the 10th question, and this 10th question is mainly asking you about the which light based control measure was integrated at terry. Yeah, let us see who can answer to this question number 10. So Chandrika is giving two answers, A and B. Let me go through in detail. Ram, Sidra, Celine was the first to answer. This time Celine won the race. Chandrika has answered B. So this time also all of you have given the same answer and the correct answer, guys. Whoever have not answered, I can see Supriya and Krishna, both of them, they are not able to answer to this question, but it's good to see that they are learning. At least they are learning here, and they will be the part of this today's problem solving session, and whichever answer they are knowing, they are answering it in the chat box, but other four, they are actively participating this problem solving session and giving their points of view. So option B is the correct answer, guys. As you can see, time based lighting control, this was the measured lighting control measure which was integrated in the terry retreat house or the building to minimize the operational energy, and the lights get switched off at the preset times to reduce the the lights get switched off at the preset times, I would say, to reduce the unnecessarily energy used in the terry retreat building. Fine. So let us move to the last question of the, and this is a multiple choice type of question. So you have to opt the multiple answers for this particular question, question number 12. And this is also the last question, question number 11. Sorry, there is no question number 12. So this is question number 11. This is the last question from the lecture 3 of week 12, and with this the lecture 3 sample problem questions will be ending, and then we will be moving towards the last lecture of the course, that is lecture 4 of week 12, and we will be discussing some of the sample problem questions upon that lecture. So for this question number 11, as I can see, several people are giving several answers, but these answers are not correct, guys. If you are giving incorrect answers, let me discuss with you all the correct answer for this particular question, question number 11. Sidra, yeah, I can see Sidra has answered ABC initially, but now she has corrected herself. So it's good to see that she has already corrected before me, before disclosing the correct answer. Chandrika has also corrected herself. So now all of you are saying A, B, D. So why initially Chandrika and Sidra was saying A, B, C? Either you have copied or you were in hurry, I don't know why, but the good thing is that now everyone is saying ABD, and ABD is the correct answer. Whoever have answered, they have answered it correctly at the end. That is ABD, orientation sensitive facades design. A, the B, integration of PV with daylight, and option D, use of shading devices such as overhangs and fins. These all daylight strategy is common to both PEDA and TERI building. So is it clear to all of you till now? If it is clear, then please let me know in the chat box, and if anybody is having any sort of doubt, then he or she can ask. Otherwise we will be moving to the next phase of the today's problem solving session, that is week 12 lecture 4 sample problem questions. This is the last week also, you know, and this is the last lecture also. Can we move to the next question? Let me see who votes and who answers to my question. Ram is saying yes, Chandrika is saying yes, others they are waiting and they are having, yeah, Sidra is also saying yes. So most of you are okay. So with this I will be proceeding to the first question of lecture 12. So here is the first question, guys. Try to answer to this question. The main two types of energy associated with buildings. This is a very popular question, very straightforward question. Everybody will be able to answer to this question, I hope, and I want everybody to answer it correctly. Yeah, yes, I was correct. Yeah, Supriya has answered. So this question, so many people have answered. Yeah, everyone have answered option B. So Supriya is so good, I guess, because she don't answer much question, but whichever question she answers correctly. And others also they are answering it correctly, but sometimes they are in hurry or they do the mistakes. But there is no negative marking here, so you can at least try. Fine. So let us tell you all that option B is the correct answer, and all of you have answered it correctly. That is embodied and the operational energy. Both are the two main types of energy associated with buildings. Fine. Let us move to the second question. Here is the second question, and let me see who can answer to the second question. Oh, let me first project so that you can read the question and answer. The second question is asking you all about which sector has the one of the highest potential for emission of reduction to according to the United Nations Environment Program, UNEP. This is a good question. I hope, but this is very straightforward question also, because the contribution of different sectors was told to you. Which sector contributes to how much of the emissions? So based upon that, you can easily answer to this question number 2. What is opening? Yeah. Celine, Ram, Sidra, yeah, Chandrika, all of you have answered, and all of you have answered it correctly. It's option D, building sector. Building sector offers some of the most cost effective and scalable opportunity for reducing the emissions as per UNEP. Fine. So let us move to the third question. Here's the third question. The third question is asking you all that which materials contribute significantly to embodied carbon in the building sector.
Meanwhile, let me check whether I am connected. Yeah, connected with noise flare. I am audible also, and most of you have answered also. 3C, 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 as I can see. So these kind of questions are also asked in your this week assignment question. So you will be able to answer to this question, and based upon the discussion you can answer to the question that have been asked in the assignment problems. So option C is the correct answer here. That is cement, glass, steel, aluminum, brick, plastic. All these are the conventional materials and they are very energy intensive and have high embodied carbon. That's why option C is the correct answer, and all of you have marked it correctly as well. So I hope the others who have not marked, for them also it is very clear. So let us move to the fourth question. Here is the fourth question, guys. The fourth question is asking you all about the India's pledge to achieve net zero emissions by which year. And at the, let me give you short hint for others, at the 2021 United Nations Climate Change Conference, or you can say COP26, India has committed to achieve net zero emissions by which year? Chandrika has voted for 2030. I want to see all of your answers because option A is not the correct answer. So this is very straightforward question. So if you can recall, then you can easily answer to this question. It won't take much time. Chandrika has already given her answer, but she was incorrect. It's not A. Sidra Singh 4D, 2070, Silene Singh, Ramesh Singh 4D. So others whoever have marked 4D, they are correct. It's 2070. India has pledged to achieve net zero emissions by the year of 2070. That was told to you at the COP 26 meeting. Is it clear now? Everybody is able to recall? Okay. So go through these details also. These things can also be asked to you. So this is not very big thing, but you can recall at least if it is asked. So let us move to the fifth question. Here is the fifth question for you all. The fifth question is asking you all which stage of the building life cycle typically accounts for 80 to 90% of the embodied upfront emissions. Yeah. So contribution of each sector we have already discussed, and it was also told to you in the lecture, and all of you have marked 5B, and 5B is the correct answer, guys. Others who have not marked, I will let me tell you that manufacturing of materials, it consists of most of the embodied carbon emissions during the raw material processing, you can say, or the manufacturing. Option B is the correct answer. Is it clear to all of you? Let me know. And if anybody is having any sort of doubt, please don't hesitate to ask here, and he or she can unmute himself or herself. Any question, any doubt till now, whatever we have discussed I think around 30 to 40 problems, and now we will be also discussing 10 to 15 problems more. Is it clear? Can we move to the next question, Sidra? Okay. So here is the sixth question then. Sixth question is, this is kind of practice session also for you. practice session for exam, you can say, or the revision session, or the discussion session, or the competition session also, you can say, whether you can see where you are lying among your other classmates. Question number 6. The question was about which strategy can help to reduce the transportation. Yeah, it's very straightforward question. You don't want the transportation, then you will be focusing upon the locally sourced materials to reduce the transportation or the associated emission with that. So question number 6A is the correct answer. And how many of you have answered it correctly? Let me check. Yeah, all of you have answered it correctly. Good. So let us move quickly to the next question then. Here is the next question. Question number 7. For all who have completed, try to solve question number 7. Yeah, you people have already answered. Sidra, Chandrika, Celine. So 4 people are very active in all the problems. And like previous time, this time also I'm happy to inform you all that all of you have marked it correctly. So based upon your performance, I can see and I can say that there will be good score for all of you and other students also, because these things you have understood or related it very well, and most of the answers that have been discussed today have been given by you all only, and that to be the correct answer. This answer is also correct. C is the correct answer, replacing artificial light with daylight. This can help us to reduce the operational carbon most effectively. And other options like using only artificial lighting or increasing air conditioning or adding more accurate concrete, these things are not the appropriate strategy for reducing the operational carbon. Fine, all of you have understood it also. So let us move to the 8th question then, guys. Here is the 8th question for you all, which is asking you all about the which renewable and earth-friendly material can help to reduce the embodied carbon by 70 to 90% compared to the conventional materials. 8th question correct answer. So Chandrika, now she has answered B, but she is incorrect. Why? Because it is asking about the renewable material, it is asking about the environment friendly material and also non-conventional material. Whew. So fine, mistakes needs to be done, otherwise how will you learn? Yeah, 8C, now she has corrected herself. Raza Vicky, now he is joining after 1.5 hours of the lecture. Let me admit him, at least half an hour he can be the part of the today's problem solving session, and he will be our 7th participant, I feel. Yeah, So as all of you also can see the screen, and earlier Chandrika was saying B, but then she corrected herself, maybe in hurry, in order to beat Sidra, I feel, because they are both giving the tough competition within themselves. So she was willing to beat Sidra, but she gave the incorrect answer, and Sidra gave the correct answer at the end. But the good thing is that all of you are correct, and all of you have understood the concept, that is the C, cob, or the clay, sand, straw. These are the environment friendly, naturally, locally available or renewable materials that can help us to reduce the embodied carbon compared to the conventional materials. That is the correct answer, option C. Let us move to the ninth question. Ninth question is here, guys, which is asking you all the primary fuel that this question is also asked in the previous year assignment that I will be discussing later part of the session. Then you will find this thing discussion was made in the lecture 4 of week 12, and this have been asked here in the sample problem and also in the previous year assignment questions. So let us see who can answer to this question. Question number 9. Okay, so let us see who have answer to this question. Question number 9. Sidra, Silin, every one of you have answered. No, not everyone. Some of you are left. So I don't know whether I should wait for Vicky, Raja Vicky, sorry, Raja Vicky, I think, and Krishna to answer, or shall I discuss with you all, because most of the people have answered. So let me discuss it, because we have to discuss so many problems. We cannot wait much for this particular single question, because this is a very straightforward question also. So option C is the correct answer, guys. Whoever have marked option C, they are absolutely correct. That is diesel is the dominant conventional fuel used in trucks and machinery during the construction, and it is contributing to the life cycle impact during material transport and construction, that was asked in the question. Diesel is the correct answer. Everybody is fine with the option C. Question number 9, option C is the correct answer. If anybody is having any sort of doubt, he or she can ask or type yes in the chat box. Then we will be moving to the 10th question. Okay, so lot of bombarding of yes is here. Fine. So let us move to the next question. Question number 10. Here's the 10th question, guys. Yeah, now as I can see, one more, sorry for the interruption, one more participant is there. Let me admit her also, so that we can be having 8 participants today. Okay, so here is the question, guys. Give your answers in the chat box. Whoever knows the answer, then we will be discussing it in detail. The 10th question from the lecture 4 of week 12. If you have gone through it in detail, then you will be able to answer to this question number 10. And this is multiple answer type of question, and this kind of question will be asked in your final exam. So be prepared with the multiple answer type of question as well. This is the pattern of the exam, and similar things have been given to you in your assignment also, so that you can get habituated and practice. Question number 10, let me see how many of you have answered to the question number 10 correctly. So here, as I can see, out of several participants that have joined, now how many of you have answered it? Ram, Silin, Chandrika, Vicky,
Sidra, many of you have answered and all of you have voted for option A, B, D. Yeah, so here three options are correct, all of you are correct. That is use of renewable building material, passive daylight strategies and climate sensitive envelopes. These three options are correct and these strategies together will be helping you to achieve lower operational and embodied carbon. All of you are correct, whoever have answered, and others, for them who have not able to answer this question, I will like to tell you that A, D is the correct answer for this question number 10. Let us move to the question number 11. Here is the question number 11 for you guys. So similar kind of question have also been asked. If you are able to answer to this question here or being a part of problem solving session discussion here, then you will be able to answer to the assignment question of this week. It will be helping you to answer to the assignment question of this week. Similar question have been asked in this week assignment that I wanted to tell. So let's see who have answered it correctly or who can learn from the discussion. Yeah, as I can see, Kirti, in this time Kirti has won the race. She has just joined, but she has won the race. And then Sidra, Vicky, all of them have answered, given their opinion for this question number 11. And all of their opinion are same, and that to be the correct. It's 2030. One third, as per the climate change panel or intergovernmental panel on climate change that was held IPCC, the estimated carbon emission is around one third by 2030. All of you are correct. So let us move to the last question of the sample problem series, and after that the sample problems will be over, and then we will be discussing the last 10 question of the today's problem solving session, and that last 10 question will be based upon the previous year assignment question that was given to the students in the previous year course. So first of all, solve the 12th question here. Let's see who can recall it and answer it very well. So whoever wants to give their valuable answers and become or participate to the problem solving session, contribute to the problem solving session, they can give their answers in the chat box who knows the answer. Otherwise we will be disclosing the answer and discussing among all of us. So today a lot of participants are there, I can see, but only 1 2 3 4 4 have given the answer. Rest either they are waiting for the discussion to happen. Kirti, Ram, Sidra, Silin. Only 4, I guess. Okay, so let me disclose the answer then. So guys, the correct answer for this question number 12 is option C only. Whoever have answered, your colleagues or friends in the chat box, they are correct. This is 20 to 30%. And substituting the conventional cement with the industrial byproduct such as fly ash. Okay, see, one more participant wants to join, and that to be after 1 hour 40-minute session. Let me admit what I can do. So he or she, he will be the 9th participants of today's problem solving session. Okay. So where I was here. whenever you will be substituting the conventional cement with the industrial byproducts such as fly ash or the slurry, foundry, sand, these will be helping you to reduce the embodied energy by 20 to 30%. That was given to you, and you have answered it correctly, whoever have answered. So with this, the sample problem question comes to an end. Now we will be discussing the last 10 question of the today's problem solving session, and this will be the previous year assignment as I have informed. So I want the active participation of all of you for the last 10 question discussion, and I hope these 10 questions will be discussed within 20 minutes of time span, 2 minutes for each question maximum. That will be covering the question, answering and discussion. Let us see who can answer to these questions correctly. A lot of participants are there. Here is the first question that have been asked in the previous year assignment. Question number 1. How many of you know the answer? Raja Vicky has won the race, and others also trying to give their answers for this question number 1. Kirti, Silly and Sidra, lot of people have given their vote for the question number 1. So it's good to see that most of you have confidence about their answers and they were able to give their answers in the chat box. Yeah, and all of you cannot be wrong. If all of you are saying B, that means it's B only the correct answer. Light cells, they will be helping you to reflect the sunlight, as you all know, and produce the soft, or you can say diffused light rather than the harsh direct light. So they help in diffusing the light. Correct. So let us move to the second question then. Here is the second question. So here this question was asked in the previous year assignment question, and the same question have been asked in your this week assignment question also. I feel similar type of question. So if you have done this week assignment questions, then you can easily answer to these questions, and you can also take help from this problem solving session discussion to solve the this week assignment question if you have not done earlier. That was my point. Lot of people have given their answers, I can see. But who has given first? Vicky. Vicky has given first. Kirti then. Both of them joined later, but they have contributing a lot to the problem solving session. Sidra, Indrika, Silin, everyone have opted for option D, and everyone is correct. Option D is the correct answer for this particular question. That is energy saving, cost saving, reduced greenhouse gas emissions. All these are the advantages of natural daylight and will be helping you to lowering the energy consumption. All fine. So let us move to the third question then, guys. Here is the third question. That I have projected. So these are the last 10 questions I am dictating to you again and again. Out of that, we have completed the 3 questions, and all 3 questions, all of you have answered it correctly. So last 7 questions are left. As I can see, this question also, third also, all of you have given correct answer. That's why I am counting it as a correct answer. Okay, 3A, 3A. Everyone can see that everyone is answering A, and A is the correct answer. Glare can be the disadvantage of natural daylight. That was told to you, and we have discussed so many times during the today's problem solving session and the sample problem question discussion. So I don't think anybody will be committing any sort of mistake in this particular question. Fine. So 3A is the correct answer. So let us move to the fourth question then. Here is the fourth question for you all.
read the question, then answer to this question number 4. I hope that most of you have answered to it. Let me see. 4D, 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 D. Yeah, most of you have answered already. And most of you, not most of you, all of you, whoever have answered, you are correct. It's both D, both A and D, that is skylight and light self. These both the things integration will be ensuring more than 75% of its spaces receive natural daylight. That was told to you. Fine, all of you are correct. So before moving to the next question, I wanted to ask the other participants, few participants are there who are not able to answer to this question. So now they are able to get confidence about the explanation or the answers that we, not only me along with other participants who are giving their valuable opinion in the chat box for every questions. So is it clear to all of you that I wanted to know before moving to the next question? If it is clear, then type yes in the chat box, then we will be moving to the next question only. Everyone, whoever wants to move to the next question, type yes in the chat box, and whoever wants to ask any question, he or she can unmute him or herself. Lot of participants are there, and yeah, most of you, not many of you have given your vote. Good. So let us move to the fifth question, guys, without wasting much of the time. Here is the fifth question. The fifth question is asking you all about the Infosys Office Pochuram that uses the following to contribute to its greenness. All of you try to contribute to the problem solving session and give your answers. Who knows the answer? Then let us see. Vicky, Celine, Kirti, Sidra. What about Chandrika? Earlier she was giving a lot of answers. So let us wait for few minutes to others, for others also, because all of the people's IQ cannot be same. Maybe some of them are able to answer to it quickly, but this session is for all of you. So I think we should wait few minutes at least for others also, if he or she wants to give their opinion or answer for this particular question number 5. Whew, let me move, because who knows the answer, he or she can. Yeah, Sidra, Kirti, they have already answered, and all of you. So all the questions that I am projecting, all of you are giving the correct answers. That is, I am very happy to see that whoever is answering, they are giving the correct answer. It's not that they are doing hit and trial. And others, if they are not able to answer, then this is kind of learning platform for them, revision platform for them. They can revise the things here and practice so many questions and prepare for the exam. So 5D is the correct answer for this particular question. That is light cells, appropriate glazing, proper shading devices. All of these are contributing to the greenness of the Infosys Office Pochuram. Fine. So then I will be moving to the next question, question number 6. This question number 6 is asking you all about the
PEDA, Punjab Energy Development Agency, PEDA. Let me see. Vicky. Now Vicky is leading the problem solving session. Kirti is following him, and Sidra, Celine, Ram. 5 of you have answered, but there are 9 participants. So 4 either they are thinking or they are waiting for the discussion. Fine. So option D again, this for this particular question also option D is the correct answer. That is this PEDA, you can say, or Punjab Energy Development Agency Chandigarh has integrated solar chimney, wind tower and solar PV cells all in order to maximize energy efficiency. That was told to you, and all your colleagues, they have given their answers here. So let me move to the next question, but before then that, some of your colleague has asked one of the question in the chat box. I hope all of you can see that question. So anyone who wants to give or help her, he or she can give their answers in the chat box, otherwise I will be giving the answer. Anyone who wants to give their opinion on the question that have been raised here? No one. Okay, so let me show you the question. Maybe some of you are not able to see the question that have been raised here by Kirti. So she was asking that whether this PEDA is a green rated building or not. So it's yes. The PEDA, it is the green building. You can say if you are going for a specific, it is considered as green building for sure. But if you are going for the specific certification, then it may not have such specific certification, but yeah, it's a green building category. Fine.
Thank you, sir. If you can hear me.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. So I just wanted to ask that there is a difference between the rating certification and the green aspect to it. So in one of the questions, it is being asked that it is a green rated building. So that was the confusion with the assignment.
Yeah,
Uh,
in that particular question, this green rated building or the green rated building certification, both you can consider to be the same.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So let us move to the next question. Question number 7. Here is a question number 7 for you all, which is asking you all about the SDG. What does this stands for? So let us see who can answer to this question number 7, and based upon that we can see the question number 7. How many of you can answer to this question? Give your opinion. Seven A have been marked by Supriya, Sidra, Celine, all girls power is there, Kirti is also there, and Raja is also there. So he is the first. Fine. So 7A is the correct answer. I don't think I need much explanation on that. This is very straightforward. Sustainable Development Goal. SDG stands for Sustainable Development Goal that is set by the United Nations to achieve sustainable development worldwide. So let us move to the 8th question then. And 8th question is here, which is asking you all that a single largest contributor to the greenhouse gas emission in upfront carbon is. So this kind of question I have just discussed in the assignment, in the sample problem question. So I hope you will be able to answer to this question correctly. Eighth B, Kirti C, Kirti, Celine, Sidra. Most of you have answered, and most of you have answered it as B, and all of you have, and all of you are correct. It's B only, diesel fuel, because I have just informed you all, and it has been also taught in the lecture also that diesel fuel is used for transportation or the on-site machinery also. Some running some of the machinery on site, these diesel fuel are utilized, but these are contributing to the most of the upfront embodied carbon emissions, not human labor. That's why option B only is the correct answer. Let us move to the ninth question. Here is the ninth question, and this is the second last question of the today's problem solving session. Let us see who can answer to this question number 9 correctly. So it is asking you about ways to reduce embodied energy. You see, ways to reduce embodied energy. How you can reduce the embodied energy, not about the operational energy or something else. So all of you who have given different opinions or same opinion, let me check. So Sidra is saying C, Celine is saying C, but Kirti is saying A, I think. Vicky is also saying C. So let me discuss then. So people whoever have marked option C, they are absolutely correct, and others who have marked option A, it is not the correct answer, because we have just discussed in the previous question that diesel is a high energy embodied energy or the emission prone fuel. So if you will be utilizing trucks for the transport of materials, then you are contributing to the embodied energy or the emissions. It's not reducing it. So option A is not at all the correct answer. That's why all of the above, option D is also not the correct answer. Only B and C was left. And if you're using high-end machinery, that also we have discussed, on-site machinery, if you're using diesel fuels, you are using energy intensive materials machinery you are using, then it's also not at all reducing the embodied energy. So only option C is the correct answer. Is it clear now? Can we move to the last question? Yeah, now A, C, D. Someone is saying A, C, D. I don't know why. Only one answer is correct. Chandrika, only option C is correct. Is it clear to you? Okay. So I got confused what you were saying and what we were saying, discussing. I don't know out of the box what things can. So let us move to the last question of the today's problem solving session, and let us discuss it also. Here is the 10th question and the last question.
which is asking you all about the microclimate modification in a positive way are possible throughout the extensive use of. Let us see who can answer to this question number 10 correctly. So lot of answers is getting bombarded here. 10C, 10C, 10C. Kirti again was the first to answer. Yeah, most of you have answered, and it's 10C. C is the correct answer. Vegetation that will be modifying the local temperature or the humidity, providing the cooler or the more favorable microclimate for the buildings, that you all will know very well. With this, we came to an end, and I would like to thank all of you for participating to the today's problem solving session and making it a wonderful and the successful one. And this will be the week wise, if I will talk, then this is the last week wise lecture discussion, but apart from this there will be one extra class for all of you, that you will be getting notified. The extra class will be on Thursday, the upcoming Thursday. That will be the last class of the problem solving session series, where we will be discussing the all the overall course details, problems and the queries of the students. And with this I would like to end the today's problem session, and I would like to thank you all for joining the session, and thank you all. You all can exit.